What is up, everyone? My name is KG. Thank you very much for dropping by once again. If you are new here, please consider subscribing as well as hitting that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I drop new content. If the message resonates with you, please also like, share, and comment so that the YouTube algorithm can do its thing, and getting the video to more people. Without further ado, let's get to the business of the day. Today's message is in a form of a question, and that is, what can seeds teach us about destiny and potential? I love the seed analogy because it contains a lot of profound truths about potential, destiny, and success. Like I always tell people, nature has a lot to teach us about various principles of life. Romans 1:20 also portrays this truth as it states, "For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that people are without excuse." To help us navigate the often confusing journey of life, our Creator has hidden guidelines in nature to help us find our way to our places of destiny. The word agriculture is made up of the words agra, which is vegetation, and culture, which comes from the word cult. A cult is an unorthodox or unusual spiritual group driven by out of the ordinary respect for the founder of that particular group. Agriculture, therefore, is the process of growing something in an unusual or unlikely environment. People who are pregnant with destiny have a strange way of growing in unusual circumstances. They have a way of surviving conditions that other people wouldn't be able to survive. If you look back over your life, you probably survived things that would have led others to become addicts or psychiatric patients. Some of the things you went through would have killed other people, yet in some strange way, you survived it all. Since the beginning of time, the law of seed time and harvest time has been consistently being maintained by the universe. It is this law that ensures that procreation continues without the creator needing to create new things all the time. This is why every living thing contains its own seed within itself. Destiny is therefore concealed in a seed, and when that seed gets planted, the process of revealing or unfolding the unique destiny of that seed begins. A seed can never reach its destiny unless it is planted. The paradox, however, is that the process of planting looks very much like burial. Yet there is a difference between burial and planting. Burial is the putting away of dead things, while planting is the placement of a living seed in order to initiate its growth process. In Isaiah 61 verse 3, we are compared to seeds. It says, "And provide for those who grieve in Zion, to bestow on them a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. They will be called oaks of righteousness, a planting of the Lord for the display of his splendor." Psalm 1 to 6 portrays the same idea. "Blessed is the one who does not walk in the step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers, but whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on this law day and night. That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither, and whatever they do prospers." The word sin actually does not relate to what most religions portray it to mean. The word originates from the game of archery and relates to missing the mark or falling short of what you were created to be. In order to become the fruit, in order to become the fruitful tree that bears fruit in season, you need to allow yourself to be planted. You also need to allow your creator, the universe, to then take you through the process of preparation so that you can be able to hit the mark, which is fulfilling the purpose for which you have been created. In order for you to sort of unfold the process, you need to allow yourself to be planted, which, as we have already seen, seems like burial. In order to prepare you for your ultimate destiny, your creator will plant you, and when that happens, it will seem to you, or it may seem to you, that you are being buried. But think about it. Have you ever seen a farmer wasting time planting a seed that has no potential or some type of value? The fact that you are being planted means that there is something valuable in you, but which requires you to be planted for it to come out. Planting in your life may manifest in a form of an unreasonable boss who always seems to be after your peace no matter what you do. It may manifest as a series of failures, heartbreaks, disappointments, challenges, confusion, pain, and lack of clarity. Yet it is those very experiences that will grow you. In John 12:24, Jesus teaches this principle through the following words. He says, "Very truly, I tell you, unless a kernel of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains only a single seed. But if it dies, it produces many seeds." You are not a mistake or accident. Everything that has happened to you thus far is in alignment with your purpose. Life is not happening to you. It is happening for you, to lead you to your place of power and influence. The process of being planted is obviously not pleasant for the seed, yet it is necessary. The process of germination, which is characterized by the bursting of the seed coat, is very much like death. As you go through the journey towards your destiny, you will at some point feel like you are dying. When that happens, just know that the process does not aim to kill you. Rather, it aims to kill your shell or your ego, so that your true self, that is powerful and ready for purpose, can come out. A seed is so small when it is planted, yet it transforms into something bigger after going through the lengthy process of growth. You may be feeling overwhelmed right now because of the many problems that seem to be on top of you. But I tell you, soon you will become fully developed, and you will suddenly be on top of what is currently overwhelming you. Like the seed, you are in a temporary state of dormancy, but you will rise again. The ground in which you have been planted may seem dark and scary, and you may not see where your life is going. One day, however, a new season will be yours, and the sun will shine over you. You will also start having more clarity and direction at that time. It is worth mentioning that the germination of the planted seed is in fact a violent process. As the farmer continues to water the seed shell eventually bloats, causing it to explode. It may seem like a contradiction, but when you are in the process of germination, it will seem like the more you put into your dream, the tougher the process becomes. You may say to yourself, "I am watering my dreams, so why is it not happening?" Yes, you are watering your dreams, investing in them and giving them your all, but you are still in the process of germination. You have not yet reached the phase of flourishing. Unlocking your destiny is no doubt a very painful process, but the temporary pain is nothing compared to the glory that will be revealed in you when your time to shine comes. As soon as the coat of the seed explodes, the little life inside of the seed begins to emerge, which then absorbs more water, aiding the little plant to grow further. This happens until the little plant has enough strength to push through the ground, and miraculously, we start seeing the little plant above the ground. What was once concealed for a long time is now revealed as the farmer continues to water the plant, then grows to reach the heights of its potential. All of a sudden, what was once a small seed is now a giant tree bearing fruit and feeding a multitude. Allow me to leave you with this poem I wrote a couple of years ago. It's called Sprout, O Seed of Life. Sprout, O seed of life. In you he saw good seed. He did not just see your coat, he also saw what was inside, consciousness that fulfilled its destiny. He saw your roots, your leaves, your flowers, your fruits, before any of them were visible. As he disregarded your size, though you were but a small seed, he buried you in the gloomy earth. You felt nothing but unbearable heat. You saw nothing but darkness, thinking you would die. Absorption of living water you needed, lots of absorption, causing your embryo to bloat, bursting your coat open, allowing the little life inside to emerge. Your tiny roots started to come out, clinging firmly to the ground, anchoring your hopes and your dreams, allowing you to absorb more water and nutrients. Your hypocotyls became longer and longer, pushing your cotyledons above the earth. Your coat suddenly fell off. While the energy saved in your endosperm caused you to grow leaves, these took up more energy from the sun, strengthening your stem. Now you are no longer a seed. You have become a fruit-bearing plant, providing nutrition to many.